They had the microphone turned off. You see that? Wow. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
If y'all can hear me now, please type in the chat. They had my microphone cut off, so I'm hoping this fixed it. If you can hear me, please type yes. They had the microphone turned on. You see that? Wow. Wow. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
If y'all can hear me now, please type in the chat. They had my microphone cut off, so okay, yeah, you can hear me now. I'm hoping this fixed it. If you can hear me, please type yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Good morning, Slee Michael 901. Okay, I'm just waiting for everybody to get in here so I can start the live. It's just gonna be about a 45-minute live today, until 12 o'clock. We will be going on break from the 13th to the 24th. That means I will be we'll posting on YouTube like post and short motivation videos, but interviews and talking to TIs and answering emails. We will answer them here and there, but spending all the time that we've been spending, we're just going to take a break from that for 10 days. We've been at it for 3 years. We appreciate everybody's support. We couldn't do it without y'all. And we're very grateful to the Most High and to our supporters for believing in us over the years. And um, it just gives us the encouragement we need to continue doing this. Okay, hold on. How many people's in?
Yeah. 11.
Okay. It just gives us the encouragement we need to continue doing this. Good morning, people. I was just listening to this fascinating video above and had to share it with you all. I don't know. Morning, Amy. Morning, his girl. 1 second. I'm working on one thing and then I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna show y'all an example of what they do to me, and to stop communications. 1 second. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, Slee Michael, I see you changed your profile. They must be hacking your stuff too. Okay, his girl, we sure will. Matter of fact, we sure will. And I don't know if the the guy who reached out. Anyway, there's his girl. I'm in contact with a TI who's a school teacher too. If you and she's 56-year-old school teacher and she's in Utah and she's needing a place to stay, but that's on the other side. She has a vehicle. If you would email me, if I have permission to give her your number, because you're a school teacher too, and I just think y'all might have some stuff in common. Um, just let me know. All right, here we go. There's evil among us in the most ordinary places. There are gateways in this world that lead to dark and unholy realms. We tend to develop a keen sense of intuitiveness, ASP, a sixth sense, or a gut instinct about the underworld. There are times we wonder if the subconscious is playing games to fulfill some need we have. The reality is, our subconscious mind helps us with what we need. TIs have extraordinary needs that most people do not understand. Folks do not have a clue as how we live on the cutting edge 24/7. If a person wants to have anything to do with us, they must accept our special needs. Some balk at our requests, therefore letting us know up front they will not meet them. This could force us into deeper isolation, even spiral us into depression at times. In time, we found ourselves better equipped to lay the groundwork for anyone who genuinely wants to get close to us. We do not complicate our life when we create personal boundaries. We simplify it. We must have our boundaries and personal needs honored by family members and outsiders if they want to be a part of our life, period. I can easily let go of people who do not care about my needs and wants. For instance, if when I'm in, I used to have first thing I would ask somebody if they'd let me stay is, do you mind if I block the door? Was put stuff in front of the door. That's my comfort. I like to know if somebody's coming so I can get ready to defend myself. Um, and sometimes people wouldn't do it, and I would even tell them, look, I'll put it back the same way I got it, and if you can't honor that, I won't even come. So that's what it's talking about. Special needs. There's special things we're traumatized about. I know somebody who takes barcodes. You have to take barcodes off everything before you go in his house. That's just how he is. This stuff can traumatize us. And on the ESPE stuff, there's a talent I have. Holly knows about it, but I'm not going to tell nobody. But because I don't want to give away one of my advantages. Just know trauma will give you special. Well, the Most High and trauma will give you special stuff to keep you safe and to do stuff in moments when you need to figure out who's who and all that. I just don't want to. I don't think it'd matter if I revealed it, but I don't want to reveal it. You don't reveal everything. Also, what I'm going to do is okay, battle for the brain. I don't know. They don't need wireless brain computer interface nodes. They do use them for research and development and amplifying the technology. Battle for your brain. But all they need is your neural signature. His girl said the barcode thing is important. They are using nanotech and they're spraying it everywhere, and everybody in the world's got it in them, but it's not needed. It's being used for training, research, and development and to amplify and make these weapons more accurate. It's not needed. Everybody's got nanotechnology in them, and that's just facts. They've been spraying it for years. And then if you so my advice is to detox nano, learn how to try to keep nano and metals out of your body, deactivate nano, the stun gun EMP, and Onion Head Andrew's got more stuff he's working on to try to get this stuff. But you got to do this on a daily basis. They're spraying it everywhere because it's for human augmentation, is what nanotechnology is being used for. They want to connect us to AI, the internet, all that. 6G's been here, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of us are being tested for that. It is confusing regarding what to share and what to keep silent for me, anyways. I've been scanned. I know I've been microchipped with BCIs, and I don't doubt that. But I'm not getting in the scan thing. I feel like you're baiting me right now because I did expose some stuff about that, and I'm not going to expose it anymore for my safety. I'm just going to shut up. Those who know know. Um, but every time I do a video, you come in promoting these scans. And I just hope that I got it wrong. But there is a guy who his name is John Kingston. He does an ultrasound with his scan so he can confirm that the frequencies he's telling you he found, he'll do an ultrasound and show you that there's actually something there, because a lot of times these tests find frequencies and it's just frequencies. There's external frequencies. If they're not putting you in an amniotic chamber, Faraday shielded room when they do these scans, then the scan is pointless. Also, if they're not backing the scan up with an ultra scan sound, it's pointless, and that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm shutting up. Uh, Amy, I think one-on-one disclosure when it comes to class, and you can ask Holly. I spent a whole month, day and night, obsessed with researching, finding the truth about these scans. No, you battle for your brain. Well, you got the good one. If you got if yeah Tori Bolden, Amy Holm is not a bad person. You're going to say stay away from her. You can go because Amy's trying to help too. Uh, yeah, I don't. Hey, no, I advise you, his girl. I wouldn't focus on money for the scan. They're charging $1,300, and that's without an ultrasound. Yeah, John is great, Tori. Let's see. Kingston scanned you, Battle for Your Brain. Well, I apologize. I thought you were talking about somebody else. I totally apologize, Battle for Your Brain. You got the right scan. but I'm going to ignore it because I'm not going to get into that. My focus is on showing y'all something that happened with our targeting and seeing how everybody's doing in the comments and telling y'all goodbye to the 24th. Now I do have an interview set up Tuesday, but I don't know if it'll go through. You know how them things are. You know, the TI might be going through it that day and might cancel it. That's just part of it. But as far as I know, we will have um, a interview with somebody Tuesday, and then our break will be starting Wednesday. And I'm sorry, uh, I disagree about Amy. Amy's never uh Tori, I do not know nothing about connecting with TIs on the Signal 24/7 chat. So I'm gonna please do not share that link. We have perps in here all the time sharing stuff to scam TIs and all that. And I'm not calling you a perp. I'm just saying, uh, um, you said stay away from Amy Holem, and that's a big red flag for me because I've been knowing Amy for years. I even checked in with Amy every day to tell her I was okay and if something was happening. So Amy's never showed me nothing from being a perp. So that just got red flags. Amy's never showed me nothing about being a perp or using anybody. There was an incident in New York where somebody scheduled a group scan with Amy. A group scan means you get discounted rates. Well, a couple people didn't pay the money, so she's not releasing the reports till they pay the money. That's all. So uh, I think Amy's a good
Where,
his girl. I will send you John Kingston's information.
I just don't believe in her work.
Well, you don't believe in somebody that's got Ti's true interest at heart. Because there's one person you mentioned a minute ago that's a scam artist from hell, and I'm not gonna get into it. I'm leaving it alone. Everybody's gonna find out eventually, but I'm gonna shut up. Okay, let me get this is taking the focus off what I'm gonna. Oh, it's okay to disagree, Tori, but I'm not gonna have Amy disrespected in my chat. I'm not. Amy's never done nothing to me but help people that I've known. So, and I hope she would take up for me in this situation too. Because never mind. I'm just gonna be quiet. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Watch. I'm fixing to call my number. So they hacked my phone number yesterday. This is the number all TIs contact me on. I give this number because I don't give out my real number unless I really, really know somebody. So listen what they did. I've had this number for the last year and a half. And I want you to listen what happens when you call this number. Okay, here is the other phone. Okay, now listen to this. The number you're calling is more than likely a scam. It's recommended um you hang up now. Okay, let's do it. Has been identified as. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that?
Come up and read, Tori.
Yeah, I don't. Can y'all hear what I just played? Maybe they hacked my stuff. Maybe can you hear what I'm just saying?
Mine turned down. I could hear it when we started.
Oh, you can't hear it. Okay, well, let me try it one more time. See, they're not even gonna let them hear it. Can y'all hear that? Please let me know if y'all can hear that, because if not, then I'm just gonna give up. See, I'm showing you, I'll show you on the camera. Look, I am dialing this and hitting speakerphone. It says the number you identified, your number as you called has been identified as likely a scam. It recommended you hang up now. And for some reason, when I play it for y'all, when I call, it won't do it. But yeah, ain't that what it says, Holly?
Yes.
And anybody who has my number, I say this to say this, anybody who has that number, I'm contacting everybody I'm in contact with, which is going to take a couple days, giving them my new number. That way you don't have to worry about that because it won't even let me call none of y'all. But I got a new number set up and it's letting me call people now. But yesterday I tried to call a couple people because I was supposed to call somebody at 12 to pray for TIs together with, and they blocked it. And then when he tried to call me, it says the number you called is likely a scam. Please hang up now. But we found other ways, like we always do. So I'm just letting y'all know. Just be patient. If you've called that number and you hear that scam thing, they done that. I've had that number for years, but I will be. I do already have a new number set up, and I've texted about 4 people, but I have a lot more people to text and give my real number to. Hey, original Outcast, and I'm sorry for the outburst earlier. It just irks me when people uh refer people who are not right, and then talk about other people. It irks me. Yes, you are allowed to have your own opinion. Just please keep your opinion about her out of this thing because uh you know that's just part of it. Um. Now, well, lad said they can't hear me. I'm having fake telemarketers call mocking what I say. Original Outcast said, I believe you. I've had them redirect my calls and texts uh, to randoms. Amy said telecom's involved in targeting has been involved from the beginning of my target, even going back to landlines. Don't apologize, man. I've had several outbursts the last few days. Our days, man, we need to release. Yeah, I know Original Outcast, and I hate to be that, but my job is to keep this podcast and keep people protected from scams. So I'm not going to let any scams be promoted in my chat, and I'm not going to I just can't let it happen. But anyway, and we have our days, which is why me and Holly are taking a 10-day break because we've spent the last 3 years barely having any time for ourselves, and it just gets overwhelming, and we need to just get some energy, focus on ourselves, our cats, and other things. So uh, we're looking forward to the break, but at the same time, we're going to miss y'all, and we do really appreciate. And Tori, I hope you understand my. Yeah, John Kingston is legit, very legit. Yep, he is. And Tori, I hope you understand that, I'm just trying to stand on what I believe, and my research has took me down. And anything I speak on, if I say something, you better believe I've researched it probably a whole lot. I researched this scan thing and what was the right scan and what could do what for a month straight, day and night, and it got overwhelming and exhausting. But yeah, John Kingston's legit. Okay, so anyway, I was wanting to play that for you, and I don't know why it won't play, but it says the number you're calling is a scam. Hang up now. And but if it will let me text people from that number, but if you call that number, it says that, and then you can wait past that prompt and the call will go through, but anybody calling is going to hang up after they hear that. Also, last night I was hit hard with heavy nausea, vertigo. My balance was off. Yesterday morning I got hit with the same thing. They were saying die, die, die. I did exercise. I listened to music last night. And last night I just had to lay down, didn't I, Pup?
Yeah.
I just had to lay down and I told Holly, I said, I'm getting disoriented. My equilibrium's off. They're hitting me. I said, I just got to lay down. And that really wasn't the right thing to do. I should have just fought it and moved around, exercised and all that. But it was like they were putting me to sleep too. But it was a temporary sleep, but I felt awful. It was horrible. But it was like you could tell it was from microwave radiation. Just by the head thing. Holly, you got anything you want to add today?
No, I just want to say hello to everybody. I hope y'all are well.
Also,
We're looking forward to our break.
also, um, oh yeah, and I will not be I'm not going to be speaking on that situation no more to nobody. You got to do your own research about these scans. I've had threats on my life about exposing certain stuff. Y'all just please don't bait me into saying that, and just you will not hear nothing about it from me no more. You have to do your own research like I did. Okay. We need support systems. They destroyed the ones we had. His girl said, "Hello, Holly."
Hello, how are you?
Another good channel I want not defunct though. I'm trying to build a channel where we find solutions to instead of only focusing on tactics. Well, listen, what I'm going to tell you is the bad thing about building, me and Holly have built that here, and we encourage others to build it. But you don't go broadcasting what you built because um, if you broadcast and let everybody in your circle, you will be infiltrated. The reason me and Holly have kept this so small, we do offer people solutions. We've helped many people. We're not going to say how, and we don't brag on or nothing. But I'm telling you, if you're going to do something like that, you can't just let a bunch of people in your group, and you can't just let people start helping you because you'll deal with infiltration. So me and Holly are so backed up, and we and stuff from helping uh, over the 3 years, we've accumulated a lot of people who keep in touch with us regularly. When we have problems answering them right away, and it's delayed because we're trying to do everything ourselves to avoid infiltration. Because once you make it known that you're helping people and you're finding solutions in these big organizations, if they don't agree with you or you're not promoting them, they will destroy you. So you got to do stuff behind the scenes. So you may think that there's nobody working on solutions or helping or nothing behind the scenes, but there are people doing it. They just don't put their business out there. Plus, when you advertise, everybody comes, even the perps and all that. But I hope you find some solutions, and if you want, if you'd like, hopefully I could help. We could help if you'd like, if we have time. Since they said die to you, it means they can hear you, and you can say die back to them like parrot. Oh yeah, I stopped talking back to my great, my internet's being white. Wow. I stopped talking back to my V2K in about 2018 because I thought they were recording my reactions and they're tying me back to brain entrainment every time I talk back to them. I had something similar happen that Holly went through. Woke up feeling drugged with my jewelry and clothes on the inside out and upside down. They unalive my animals and keep threatening me more.
Wow, I'm sorry.
You got any advice to her, Holly?
Oh, wow. No, I don't even know what to say to that. It's horrific.
Just remember, a lot of this stuff is psyops to make you freak out and make the wrong decisions. They run the psyops, street theater, noise campaigns, anchoring, baiting, all that, and then you destroy yourself with your choices. SIM hackers will make it impossible to turn the device on via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Well, message retracted for some reason. David, if you guys built the Faraday cage, does it help? I haven't built the Faraday cage because we're just way too busy to fix one, first of all. And from my understanding, you have to have the window screen that don't have nothing sprayed on it. And you can't stay in a Faraday cage all day. So and then I've met people I know people who made legit Faraday cages, and uh, you can stay in there, but if they ever change the frequency and switch frequencies, they can defeat that Faraday cage. But I'm not discouraging nobody from making one because it is a reprieve for some people. For me, I can't turn my device off without having to call in to have it fixed. Wow. I meant in above in my comment to turn off, not on. Okay. What are the beginning steps of V2K? Is there anything to look for to know it's getting ready to start? Mine came out of the blue. Like I said, I walked out the motel and uh, you know, bam. Look at him. He can't get no motels. He don't know what to do. And it's my handler's voice with her friend sounding like they were right in the area. So, but then from that moment on, I did have pressure in my ears, ringing. Feel like sometimes it'll be like a right up against my eardrums, a fluttering sound, popping noises like you're going up in a plane. But when I first experienced it, it came out of nowhere. But Holly, what about when you experienced V2K first? Did you feel any pressure in your head and stuff?
Well, I had ringing in my ears the whole time, to this day. So mostly ringing in the ear. Sometimes a fluttering
Yeah,
noise.
Holly said she had ringing in the ear and fluttering when hers started. Finally got here. Hey, Lorraine, I decided to remove my comment. Sim hackers make it impossible to turn off via Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Just responding. Okay. Thanks, Amy. They put remote sims in my cell phone. I have photo evidence on the phone. But see, I'm lucky with my phone. My phone stays in airplane mode since I got it. It's never searched for service. I use Wi-Fi calling in airplane mode constantly. Now, it's almost impossible to keep your phone safe if you leave the house because your phone's searching for service. Once your phone searches for service, one way to know if your phone's being hacked is throw your phone in and out of airplane mode about 5 times. You're going to see the bars. When you get done, your bars should go up to 5 bars, and then it'll immediately go down to 4 bars. I mean, 2 or 3 bars. That's because it's connecting to a fake cell phone tower, and that fake cell phone tower don't have the service that the real cell phone tower does. So you can always see when you're getting middleman attacked. Or you'll notice your internet, if you got 5G data, it'll go down to 4G. Or if you've got 4G data, it'll go down to 3G and 2G. Your internet will just say 2G, 3G, and it won't never say 5G because it's not a real cell phone tower. It's a fake cell phone tower that's given, and your phone's attaching to it, and they're getting everything out of it and connecting. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna see something about that. Will you hand me your other? Uh, you don't got the slim one, do you? Oh, okay. Because I'm gonna do something real quick. Okay. Also, that man, these perps are slick. I noticed the perp this week on X, and this perp has had a profile posting like a real TI, and even he'll never post his face, and I'm not gonna say who it is. But anyway, he'll never post his face. Because my here's what he does. He'll keep you engaged by posting stuff. He might take a picture of chemtrails and all that. He may share information. But what you got to understand is one way to find these fakes is anytime somebody DMs you on X or Facebook, immediately ask him to voice video call you to make sure they are who they say they are. They can even mimic video calls too. But what I'm saying is, if you go to video call and they avoid it like the plague, there's something to that. Or if they're not using their real name in their profile, and then they won't. It's just weird. You got some people that are real slick, acting like TIs, but they're slowly causing drama here and there. Anyway, I noticed it. So anyway, I advise y'all to any new person that DMs you, ask to video chat. It is, I said IMSI catcher. Yes, that's what a fake cell phone tire is, a Stingray device. And the reason I know so much about the Stingray device is I had access to a law library and I put the Stingray device in because what the Stingray was, it was law enforcement had it before anybody else. So if you look up Stingray court cases, I looked up the cases that the Stingray was used to surveil and get somebody in trouble. Well, they have to put in them cases how it operates, how the Stingray operates, what they're using to get evidence against somebody. So if you look up court cases with Stingray in it, Stingray devices, old court cases, they explain word for word how to use it. They have to explain it to the courts on how they got evidence and indicted somebody. I don't have bars. I have a solid triangle. My phone was a 2024 Moto G Play, and now it is a 2025. Wow. Well, I mean, they do update. That triangle's weird though. Wow, a solid triangle. Is that solid triangle in the top right corner his girl? Okay, it says a solid triangle icon in the top right corner of a Moto G screen most commonly indicates the data saver is on or that the phone is using an external network, data roaming. So that probably means you're Stingray because but if you're in the country somewhere, it could be trying to find service. I wanted the glory of what help I provide to go straight to God, not to me. I didn't realize that it means you could be a fake TI. What? What does that even mean? The glory does go to God from what we do. We don't, y'all don't even know what we do because we don't even talk about it. And I never called nobody a fake TI. If your phone is too hot to touch during the fact, yeah, they used to make my phone go from 99, 98, 97, 96 after I'd spend hours in Starbucks charging it. Right out, they'd let me get done, and then they would go 98, 90, and they would watch me drain it right in front of my eyes. Oh, I wasn't talking about you. I didn't know you didn't show your face. I don't know nothing about you. I don't even know who you are. Very interesting. Do they have to have your phone cloned to come in on the fake Stingray tower? No, they don't. All they do is open up the fake cell phone device, and what it does is instead of your phone attaching to the main cell phone tower, it intercepts that and attaches to that tower because that all it is a handheld cell tower. So your phone attaches to that. Once they see it's connected, they have all your information take over the phone. Okay, original outcast. I'm sorry. I didn't even know. I wasn't even talking about you. Is what I'm saying. I didn't even know that you didn't show your face or nothing. Um, I just want you to know that I did not know nothing about you. I don't even know who you are really. Um, this is the first time I've ever seen you in our podcast. So I definitely wasn't meaning you at all.
And welcome.
And welcome. Oh, okay. Yeah, not all TI, but let me ask you this, original outcast. If I was wanting to video chat you to verify you're a real person, would you video chat?
Yep, no problem.
See, that's all I'm saying. That's all I was saying. I wasn't, I know a lot of people keep their face private for reasons. I'm just saying if somebody asks you to video chat and you don't, that's a red flag to me. Uh, Also, if it seems like I get a little short with my commenters sometimes, I really don't mean to be that way. We have dealt with so many perps and people trying to infiltrate and do stuff. I don't mean to be short or sound short. We deal with all kinds of stuff on a day-to-day basis, and sometimes I come off as harsh, but really I do not mean it that way. I'm just trying to be stern, and so okay. So we're almost done with this. We just really wanted to come in here. I really wanted to show you the information, the evidence of where you call here. I'm gonna try to call from this phone and see if it'll go through. You hear me, Holly? Yeah, we deal with perps that call. They'll waste our time. They'll schedule an interview and they'll talk to us, and then they won't show up, or oh man, they'll run drama skits through the. Well, Lorraine knows what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Let's see. It gets frustrating dealing with that stuff all day, but that's part of it. And that's why me and Holly have kept it just us trying to do everything ourselves over the years because you bet guaranteed if they can get an infiltrator in to mess things up, they will. Has been identified as likely a scam. Can y'all hear this? It's recommended you hang up now. Let me know if you can hear this. I'm calling that number one more time because I'm trying to get y'all to hear it. Has been identified as likely a scam. It's recommended you hang up now. Thanks for keeping together, not going into needless detention. The group text people do Zooms, but I don't get on because they will not let me download Zoom from the Zoom website. I wish someone could help me with some of it. Carrie, what do you need help with? Original, oh, I definitely understand about trust issues. Lisa said, Anthony Medina, I came in late about Faraday cage. Your body air network still functions inside the Faraday cage. That defense may be effective against dew. Georgia Terra said, what's up, all? Hope you're doing well. It's snowing in Ontario, Canada. Careful on the roads, even if you're walking. Lorraine said, lots of infiltration. Oh, you can hear it? Awesome. All right, now listen to this, y'all. This is what happened. This is what every TI who calls my number now, which, like I said, I've got this worked out. I got a new number, and I've done text some TIs. I got a lot more TIs to text the new number to, but it does work. But listen what they did. So anybody who calls my number, I can't call them from that old number. I can't call out no more. And anybody who calls it, listen what it says. For calling has been identified as likely a scam. It's recommended you hang up now. But anyway, and I'm glad I found that out. I found it out by mistake because I called somebody I've been meaning to call for the last 3 days, and we talk every now and then. And he texts back and he said, "Dude," he said, "Man, I just called you and it said it's a scam." I said, "I'm not making this up." So I called myself and I'm like, "Wow, that's why I can't get a hold of nobody." Oh, I don't know how to face call somebody embarrassing enough. Oh, okay. Well, you just hit the video camera. If you're on Facebook, you can face call somebody. Twitter lets you face call somebody. You can go to Google Meet. If you go to your little icons on your Android phone, Google Meet, you can call somebody. You just put their email in and call them. And there's other ways to FaceTime. Uh, I've been talked about my experience being targeted for about 8 months. I still have not showed my face. I don't see as the benefit to show your face. I know that towards the Terra, Phil, but if me and you were talking and I asked you to show your face, you would, right? I'm saying I think it's very important because TIs are talking to fake chatbots all day and they're getting them to respond in endless conversations, keeping them tied to remote neural networks all over social media. And some of these people they're talking to ain't even real. So that's why I'm saying this. If you don't believe me, type in 70-year-old man dies of stroke, uh, trying to find his AI chat bot lover. This dude in New York communicated with somebody for about a year straight, if I'm not mistaken, and then the person was video chatting and everything with him. So then he went to New York to meet her, 70 years old, thinking he's in love. She's calling him back and everything. The whole time it was a chat bot, and he found out and had a stroke and died in New York. So yeah, if I ask you to video chat me and you don't video chat me, I'm just gonna think you're a perp because why? What's wrong with showing your face? Oh, so toward the Terra, you wouldn't show me your face if I ask? Yeah, any perp could accuse someone of being fake to get them on video with them. So I say make sure you trust the person.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you got to trust the person, but I don't know. I just know that Brian too taught me that. Matter of fact, Brian too, until I showed my face on the Zoom call and Skyped him, he had me blocked. He reached out, he set up a Skype call with me years ago, and Brian too has been in his living room, so he's a real deal. But listen, he set up a call and I didn't answer it. I didn't Skype him in time, so he blocked me. So I texted him on a different platform and asked him why he blocked me. He's like, dude, there's apparent reason you won't show your face. He said, I can't trust that. He said, I could be talking to a chat bot or a computer. And he's right. Yeah, toward the terror, that's what I'm talking about. A private chat. I'm not talking about uh for those who get my broadcast. What you're saying, David, I think is narratives are running on me. This is not a good day, disillusion. God bless to all. I didn't get a notification. Hey, Mossy man, I would love and get in touch with you too. I need to be in touch with believers who are TIs. I wish you had a different way besides WhatsApp. If you will email Holly your WhatsApp, uh, email Holly your, well, see, WhatsApp's just too dangerous for us. We don't, he blocked me too. And as I said, Carrie, press the camera icon on the phone dialer, please. I would show my face and have on the chosen heroes. Wondering for peace said. Wondering for peace. Have you ever done an interview with me? I understand. Just make sure you trust for video chat and the perk or toward any kind of chat to set up a TI. Hi, Lindy. Hello, everyone. Hope all is well, much as possible. I've tried and my phone never goes through. This is one of the very few places I communicate with other TIs. I will email Holly my WhatsApp. Now, I can't promise you that we'll communicate through WhatsApp. Do you have Signal or Telegram? Wondering for peace. I'm trying to think who wondering for peace is. It seems like we know that person. Yeah, I turned Chosen Heroes down for an interview just because of who, you know, uh, this is not a good day for me. Disillusioned, sorry, Stockholm Syndrome, learn helplessness. Check out the blonde-eyed, blue-eyed skull experiment. Lisa said, okay, let me write that down. Will you write that down, Holly? Block, just write it down on that piece of paper. Holly, you got any, I just think WhatsApp's just way too suspicious and too many scams being run on there. We'll think about the WhatsApp thing. I've thought about a Discord, but I don't know. I guess we're going to keep it the way it is for right now because you could talk to Holly through email, and then we could figure out some way to get a hold of you somehow. Uh, I just, I would start a group chat like a Telegram group chat, all that. It's just too much infiltration, and then then people start scamming, promoting their agenda on there, and Telegram is the best option I found for communicating. Yeah, she said that she said she can't get it. Uh, she said she can't get Telegram. I've been targeted over 10 years now. Sorry about that. I have two. I was targeted in 2012, but my weapons in V2K did not start till 2015. Mine rings, but no one wants to answer. The program wants me using Signal and Telegram. My targeting involves remote control trafficking. They want me on international used app. Well, his girl, you can always the reason I say Telegram and Signal is I trust that more than WhatsApp.
I didn't know you could communicate on Telegram.
You can, but I don't. I got channels. I don't communicate on WhatsApp.
Really?
I mean on Telegram. I'm on groups like Stranger Than Fiction News,
Oh,
Revelations and Rabbit
interesting.
Holes. Yeah, you could if you wanted to, but I won't never start a server on there because it's too much infiltration. It's better just to keep it like it is. Lindy said, I'm blonde hair, blue eyes. His girl said they want me in Discord badly too. I will talk to Holly via email. Please give me your email address. It's hollyspunk@gmail.com. Well, now okay. Facebook owns WhatsApp. Yep. Oh, it's blue-eyed, brown-eyed school experiment, Lisa said. Okay, and I'm done with this live today. We're gonna be done. Sorry I was so short and stuff. I got I'm very stern on what I believe in, and I don't like scammers in the community, and I speak my mind about them. But like I said, from now on, everybody's going to have to do their own research, because it's just not worth all the threats and the hate you get for trying to expose something and look out for people, and then nobody has your back. Everybody just walks away scared and lets you leave you hanging, holding the bag, and you've took up for everybody and all that, and they don't. It's just rigmarole. Lorraine said hi. Original Outcast says feels like the Holocaust of 2025. Oh yeah, one good thing I want to tell y'all is if you have TI friends, encourage them, build them up. We see things in each other, so y'all can see things in me and probably gifts in me I can't see myself. Holly can see things in me I can't see myself. I can see things in Holly she can't see herself. I can see things in TIs I talk to they can't see themselves. So if you're talking to a TI and you got TI friends, the goal of this is to build each other up. Once you get to knowing Ti and you see gifts and stuff, let them know what their gifts are. Let them know what you think their talents are. Like, look, you're good, you're a good artist, or you're good at discernment, whatever it may be. It's all about edification and building each other up. I think that's what needs to happen instead of calling each other, perps or downing each other and all that. Um, you know, um, it's just this whole thing is a mind blowing thing. The sensitization has everybody in negative association conditioning and influence mapping, which I have videos on. It just keeps us all divided. But the ones who do have a few TI friends, I challenge you today to think about when you've been talking to them or how you know them, what you see good in them, what they could be good in, and encourage them. Encourage them, make their day. Say, look, you're good at this. Start using it. God loves you. The Most High loves you. Just edification.
Talk about some of the people who are in need of help.
And this message is review. The TSDB watch list, Alternative Homesteading said, the TSDB Holocaust. I agree somewhat, but I don't think I think it's deeper than the TDSB, a lot deeper. I think there's many lists. I think focusing on the just that list, and I'm not saying you're focusing on it, Lorraine. I'm just saying, like the people who focus all on that list, I've talked to countless targets who were targeted in the 90s and 80s, way before that list was thought of. So just remember, it's deeper than that. It's all going to come to the light though, soon. Now, whether anything will get done with it, I don't know, but I understand what you mean. Have done homework for years. God bless here. Anyone here from Maricopa County, Arizona? Martine, hey, Martine, I have somebody who needs help in Arizona. They were just in Page, Arizona. If you could reach out to me with your information, if you would like to help this person, we could pass it on. Now, I think the person's in Utah right now, but we're trying to help this person. And I don't know where Page, Arizona, how close it is to Maricopa County, but she really needs help. Same, I would like to talk and do an interview sometime soon after you return vacation break if need be. Oh, okay. Well, we do have an interview scheduled on the 30th and the 23rd. So our next opening would be whatever 7 days after the 30th would be, because we do, just reach out to us and we'll get you scheduled. But we do have others. We have the women scheduled till the 30th, and the males, there's openings for males when we come back. Hope you all have a decent day, everybody. You're in my prayers. Chemicals and technology, even getting jobs, and they can steal hard to find substances or items from the employer. Yes, we provide mirrors for each other. After my experience with the FFCH Freedom, I think that's Freedom from Covert Harassment in 2012, I've been timid about connecting with TIs online. Yes, you're charismatic, Dave. That's why we go to you, TI. Conrad said. It's one of your gifts. Thank you. Everybody in here's got gifts. Find out what they are. If you can't find out what they are, if you've been talking to TI for a long time, just say, hey, what gifts do you see in me? Because a lot of times we have a lot of gifts, but our self-worth has been so torn down from trauma and being scared of trusting anybody that it's hid and we can't see it in ourselves. Okay, David, thank you. I moved from there. North Carolina here. Page is next to Utah. Okay. I would, but go to have surgery soon due to being hit with Duke for so long, 2010.
What kind of dues? What did it do?
What did the direct energy weapons do? Holly said. Peace and prayers for you too, wondering for peace. Ephesians 1, thanks for the prayers yesterday. Really appreciate it. Tired of being targeted on the way to work. Amy said, I'm a pioneer woman, West Point grad. Beware the super soldier groups. Ponca City, Oklahoma's, yeah, Prague, Oklahoma's rough. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma's rough. Guthrie, Oklahoma's rough. I've been everywhere all throughout the years except the West Coast. I've been through all kinds of different cities, towns. Uh, anyway, we're fixing to get off here. Stay away from CBI. Anthony said. Anthony, please, please, I'm fixing to get off here, but please put in the comments a couple good books you suggest. Focused on my hip and right leg area.
Hey, Lorraine. Hope you're well.
They attack my legs, eyes, head, and teeth. Amy wants Bigfoot in military or super soldier. Love y'all. I'm in Texas. But Carrie said she'll take any TIs here. Uh, and she's in Oklahoma. They also put some chemical on my pants. When I put them on, it left. The word remittance on the bill is legal jargon to disguise the coupon. So we pay 2 times the bill. Remittance is coupon. Community bridges. Anthony, you're exactly right. And I got an hour-long interview with, that's one thing, and I'm gone. I got an hour-long interview. I'm going to work on editing because it just says some stuff that would really get us kicked off YouTube. But I can edit it to some important information this guy shared about how targeting has been subsidized and handed down to NGOs. And it's just a long story on how he describes it. I'm not going to get into it right now, but it's going to be some heavy editing. It's going to take me hours to edit. But this guy studied this 5 years. He tracked down his targeters. He found all these groups, NGOs working together with this brain to computer interface, EEG heterodyning, because regardless of what anybody says, they don't need nothing in your body to target you but your neural signature. The stuff in your body and anything you find in your body is being used to amplify it and training, research, and development, and the upcoming Agenda 2030 human augmentation. For those having issues with sleep deprivation, try melatonin, noise, handpan music, ocean waves. Reading before bed helps too. Yeah, we use handpan music and controlled breathing. But anyway, I hope y'all all have a good rest of the day. Um, I hope Anthony will email me a good book to read because I've been on a reading kick again. I did get you know, I do have the Art of Psychological Warfare. I did start reading that. I didn't even see no book reference. They said thanks Lorraine for the book reference. Okay, thanks Ephesians needed close to having a home, not having a home. Carrie, perhaps David can connect us. Carrie, if you could reach out to Holly in the uh implants are not needed. That's what they're not going to tell you. It's top secret information. See, everybody thinks they got this figured out, but what they don't understand, there's classified information out there of this stuff that they're not going to tell you everything. There's classified information that these whistleblowers can't talk about because they will break their NDA. And the secret is they can connect to your brain through your neural signature. Implants do make it better, yeah, more accurate. If they can get an implant in you, they will, but it's not needed overall. Uh, but anyway, the criminal fraternity. And if Carrie, if you're still in here, please try to send us your information because his girl 9354 was wanting to connect with you. You have a great day too, Original Outcast, and sorry for the misunderstanding. Also, Valley Wise Hospital forced me to have a brain scan against human rights. Don't report break-ins, make police reports, just tell your doctor what symptoms. Don't tell them what's happening to you.
Exactly.
Exactly. Hey Carrie, could you connect with his girl 9354? She is legit. And if you could send us your if we had your email address, we could email you her information. She's heavily targeted. And her interview, she did an interview with us.
Go back over a couple things.
I'm fixing to.
Tell them we have a couple TIs in need. If anybody would like to help, please reach out.
Yeah, we have a couple TIs in need. If anybody would like to help, reach out. Uh, Uter Peter says, seriously, why don't any TIs get into the history of public universities' involvement in non-consensual experimentation? I've got plenty of videos on that when I first started, but you're right, it does need to be mentioned before. If you need support, go to conference calls, but don't tell police, doctor, family therapist. Thanks, Carrie. I'll do the same. You're very Sabrina Watt and I were both approached by an agent running super soldier groups. I don't know why Sabrina turned against us TIs. I can only speculate. Uh, ASU. I think Sabrina, I think Sabrina is what Sabrina is telling people about is it's a see the reason I think the reason Sabrina done that to the TIs is because she's talking about stuff now that affects everybody. TIs have their life destroyed and all that, and on top of being attacked with these weapons. But the human augmentation and stuff she's talking about applies to everybody, and TIs are a special case. They've had their life destroyed on top of getting hit with these weapons and secret technologies and stuff. And what she's talking about applies to everybody in the world. Carrie said she's got land, his girl.
And we got Patrick, we got Holly, we got multiple people.
Love, joy, peace. All right. I'm in need of work due to being blackballed. If anyone knows a way to find work, I could use that for I'm homeless too. The brain scan was key. Regular hospital I went to is where Elon had his first neural chips installed. And hey Martine, you're right. Neural chips, that Neuralink is a psyops. They don't need that to do that to the brain. James Martinez will tell you that too. Yeah, if you've had a brain scan, an EEG scan, chances are, or had a government phone, because that was part of the brain, that was part of the brain initiative is give everybody free phones, and the phone was mapping out your neural signature when you made calls. And my dad always said nothing was free. Well, that government phone wasn't free because it cost you your neural signature. Or learn to bust, treat finding a job like standing on a street corner is not cool for a TI. No, it's not. I was homeless for 4 years. I stood on a street corner 30 minutes trying to panhandle one day, and I said, forget this. That ain't for me. Hi, Krista.
Read the hiding place.
Yeah, I'm not taking up for her, Amy. I think that any of these TIs, any of these so-called people trying to help people and giving information, and if any of these people, and I don't care who it is, if any of them were real threats to the system, they wouldn't get millions of views and they wouldn't be allowed to be popular. So any threat to the system, from my research, mysteriously dies of illness or something. They shut them down. They don't let them get millions of views. They don't let them build a following. They don't yet let them. They don't. So that's what you got to ask yourself. How are these people getting millions of views if they're not spreading misinformation and giving you just a little few nuggets? Because all the stuff going on, we don't have near none of the answers. This is sophisticated Star Trek technology, and anybody who exposes it will go to jail for espionage because they'll break their NDAs. That's how I know that we don't have the whole answers. Just look at Snowden. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I'm not going to argue on how this works and stuff. I've talked about EEG, heterodyne, remote neural monitoring, and all that. And I suggest anybody want to look at Project Hostile Intent, Malintent Technology, the FAST program. It's not hard to map out the brain, but you're not going to find that on the internet. Why? Because it's top secret information. Black projects. They're going to tell you, oh, yeah, you got to have something attached to your brain, and you're going to read it, and you're going to think, oh, well, that's so because I read it on NIH. Well, I hate to tell you, there's a lot of classified information. They're 40 years advanced. They don't need none of that. 100%, David. Puts people like Benny Nunn Redacted are part of the club. I agree. Okay. Anyways, we're fixing to go. Yeah, you're right. Uh, Amy. You got that right. Why do they do this undisclosed crap? Then they get angry when we disclose. Guess it's bait. My business has been targeted a lot. It really messes me up last few months. Been trying to rearrange my business. You have a job, they will target. If you have a business, they will target. Yes. And he said something works. I don't know what he's trying to say. It works. Recommend building the chasing your tail counter surveillance. It logs a MAC address to someone fall. Oh yeah, yeah. I wish you I wish Peter you just per song, please send us how to do that in the email. All right, we're fixing to go now.
Go back over.
Our break is from the 13th to the 24th. We're gonna still make short videos, positive motivation videos, and we're going to still post on YouTube daily, but we will not be answering calls or emails from the 13th to the 24th. We're going to focus on ourselves. We've been helping for 3 years and hardly had any time for ourselves, and we're going to just be focusing on ourselves and our family and our cats, and you know, and try to and hope that our targeting is manageable during that time where we can even enjoy it. So anyway, God bless y'all. And I hope y'all have a good rest of the day, the best y'all can. And please do what I said about encouraging each other and lifting each other up. That's the first step to building any kind of community.
And please reach out if you can possibly help some of these TIs in need.
Yeah, like the woman in Page, Arizona. Um, and thank y'all for helping Patrick. He's somewhere safe right now, and he did find a place. He's not running around the country anymore. And we found him one place for 7 days, and now he used that 7 days to find a permanent place. So we really appreciate it.